to the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. This is the doubles semifinal featuring Team Mexico, consisting of Paula Longoria and Samantha Salas, against Team USA, featuring Rhonda Rasic and Cheryl Lotz. I'm Laura McCormick, and joining me on the mic is Dr. Timothy Baghurst. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Laura. What a great match we just had here at the Pan American Championships. We're in the beautiful San Jose Unduo Club. Terrific reception we've had from everybody, including the staff here. And they've done such a great job to put on a tremendous event. My first time here in Costa Rica, and I really, really enjoyed the experience. So thanks to everybody who's put on, who's made efforts to make this a great event. We have women's doubles semifinal number 1 between Mexico and the United States. The Mexican pair of Longoria Salas have been partners for many years, world champions, former. They did lose in the final last year, but they've played with each other for a long time. We'll see how the American pair of Rhonda Rasic and Cheryl Lotz can handle the experience and skill of the Mexican pair. Mexico start quickly. They get a side out and the first point.
I think sorry, Tim. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Yesterday we saw Cheryl Lotz making a lot of unforced errors, so it'll be good to see if she's managed to straighten that out. You mentioned yesterday in a very good point that a lot of times if you're on the right side, you're hitting forehands all day, so when you have to switch to a backhand, it can be a little difficult.
Absolutely, and this is quite a challenge for the Americans. It has to be said that they're the underdogs here. Salas lost out to Rhonda Rasic earlier in the singles in a tiebreaker, but Longoria advanced in 2 straight. She'll be taking on Rhonda tomorrow in our women's final. 2 serving 0. Longoria, the 3-time world champion, 2016, 14, and 12. But what you'll see here, Laura, which is interesting as well, Longoria is the dominant singles player in the world. She allows Samantha Salas to really dictate play in doubles. You'll see Longoria go to the ceiling a lot, be patient. She doesn't make very many rash decisions, and she plays very cleanly.
Yeah, that's something that we've talked about in doubles, how there's always a leader on each team, and it's not always who's the best player, not to take anything away from Samantha Salas, but her teammate is the current number 1 in the world, Paula Longoria.
A couple of skips from Rasic gives the Mexicans a quick 4-0 lead. That's better from Rhonda Rasic. Beautiful shot from her. Let's see if the U.S. can use this to gain some momentum. As you said, Laura, yesterday Cheryl Lotz started the first game with a lot of forced errors, but really cleaned up her game and allowed them to advance to the semifinals against Bolivia. But they're coming up against a completely different pair here in Team Mexico. Cheryl Lotz fell over, manages to stay up, but a little unlucky there. It looked like she slipped. Side out for Mexico. Interestingly, Rasic faces Longoria tomorrow in the final, and I asked her this afternoon, you know, that was quite a comeback in the second game. She was down against Salas and came back and eventually took it in a tiebreaker. I said, you must be very mentally tough to be able to do that. And she said, actually, what I tried to do was stop thinking about it and just play. And we'll see if she can do that here in this doubles match. We've got quite a rally going on. There's a rare skip from Longoria on the left side, second server. Thanks to all of you who've shared our feed. We appreciate your support of what we're doing here in the IRF. They've got 2 skips in a row for Longoria. Cheryl Lott's the only one of these 3 who hasn't played today. Samantha Salas crushes that forehand. That's what she's known for. Technique is unusual, but it does work for her.
I love to see her waiting on so many of those shots. Her preparedness is just essential.
ERP, early racket preparation. Getting her racket up. She knows what shot she's going to hit, so she gets ready for it. A lot of lesser skilled players tend to wait until the last minute to bring up their racket. That creates more movement in the swing and therefore more errors. Right now the Mexicans cruising 5-0. Great serve from Salas, but Cheryl Lott's a better return, half out. Both partners get an opportunity to serve. Good return from Racich. Only 1 point awarded to the Mexicans during that session. 0-5. The U.S. need to get on the board. Cheryl Lott's electing to go down the middle. Longoria, no hesitation, ran up. Reminder that that dotted line is the encroachment line. No part of the body or racket can cross that line until the ball has passed it or the ball bounces between the short serve line, that's the middle line, and the encroachment line. As soon as it bounces, a player may cross. Through the legs, Rhonda Racich.
A lot of contact there in the middle.
And it'll be a replay, safety hold up. Just impeded a little bit with Cheryl Lott's. Quick conversation between the American pair. Large U.S. contingent here supporting these two. All the players along with the staff and trainer. Mexico the same. Two bounces. And again, no points for the Americans.
5-0, game one. Although the Americans have not scored a point, at least they've been holding off Mexico a little bit here from going on a run.
There's a skip and a shout of frustration from the right side. Cheryl Lotz has one of her ambitions to do an Ironman in the next 10 years. A lofty goal highlighting how fit she is. But there's a great shot. Rhonda Racich followed it around, turned her body, half out. Still 6-0 though for the Mexicans.
Skip from Longoria.
Yeah, she's a little frustrated there. It takes such athleticism when you see the ball coming to just open your legs real quickly and allow it to go through, to come off the back wall, hopefully to give yourself a better opportunity. In that case, it wasn't. Oh, wow. How did she do that? Cheryl Lotz facing the front wall, twists her racket, glides it to the left side front wall. Great shot. They get on the board, 1-6. Make that 2-6 with an errant shot from Samantha Salas on the right side. I like the strategy, though, from U.S., slowing the pace, making Samantha shoot it high. And it gives the U.S. an opportunity to attack in the middle of the court. Started out with drive Z's, but it seems we'll stick with this lob. Again, it's a good one. Salas to the ceiling. Great pickup. Oh, I think she got that. She's going to appeal immediately. We have 2 line judges. One agrees, one disagrees. Well, you can make up your own minds wherever you are. You may have a better angle than we do. Thanks to our 4 cameras available. Gives you a unique experience, especially from the front wall. Longoria straight down the line. Racich got it. And a smart shot from Racich down the right side. Suddenly the U.S. are in this first game.
Four serving 6.
Down 6-0, 4 points in a row. Straight down the middle goes Racich, catching Salas by surprise. Cheryl Lotz, that should give her some confidence. Forehand pinch winner. The Mexican team lost their World Championship title in dramatic fashion in Cali, Colombia in 2016. They lost in a tiebreaker to the Americans, but not this pair. You can catch that action on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com, look for International Racquetball Federation, and we have a plethora of videos available for you from across the decades that we've seen racquetball as a sport. Ronda will want a replay there. She felt she was hindered. No argument, though. Each team has 3 appeals. The U.S. has used 1. If you have an appeal overturned, i.e. you win the appeal, it doesn't count against your 3. Hits Samantha Salas. That should be an avoidable hinder. Lotz was going cross court. And I have to agree with our official. I believe it's Sergio Acuna, brother of Andres Acuna, who you saw earlier. There'll be an appeal from the Mexican pair. Both line judges agree, and you could see Cheryl Lotz right in the middle, was going cross court, and Samantha Salas' body impeded that shot. Straight to the front wall. Second serve. Longoria with a setup. Doesn't put it down.
Smart ceiling ball from Cheryl Lotz.
And that's 4 errors from Longoria in this first game. I mentioned earlier, Laura, how efficient she was with the ball. Doesn't make many mistakes. And yet here she is. She's made 4 in this first game. Great serve. Racich puts it down, 6, serving 7.
Wow, that
Great
ball
cover.
right back at Ronda.
Oh, and a lucky crack on the back wall from Mexico. Second server. You can see on Ronda's left leg a little purple spot. It's not quite purple, and that's the effect of having been hit by a ball earlier in the week. Can have an effect, but these teams do have physical therapists to help them recover after each match. And again, another forehand pinch from Lotz. Not making many mistakes right now. 7-7.
Ties it up.
Mexico had a 6-0 lead as a reminder. And we should also mention that these teams are competing for the team event. And we'll talk about that right after this commercial break. It's taken by Mexico, the timeout, and we'll be right back to talk about what the team event means.
We're back at the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship, where we are watching Team USA and Team Mexico in the women's semifinals for doubles. And what a match it's been so far. It's all tied up 7-7. Mexico had the lead 6-0, but USA able to hold on, dig their way back. And I think part of the difference is cutting down on errors. We were talking earlier, Tim, about how Paola Longoria seems to be making more errors than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, U.S. have really clawed their way back in. They didn't lose control down early. They're making few errors themselves, and look at that from a shot by Cheryl Lotz. They're making very few errors themselves, and it's very hard in doubles to win matches when your opponents don't skip the ball. It forces you to maybe take a little bit too much effort to force it. We got an interesting rally going on here. Let's finish it out. Longoria, finally, she points to her head. So an effective timeout from Mexico. But yes, these players are competing as part of a team event. Teams are men's and women's divisions, where the outcome of these players, these teams, in this case doubles, but also singles, determine which team is the best at the Pan Am Championships. Then there's also a combined team score, where the men's and women are combined to provide a total team score. Last year, and I believe this is accurate, Laura, but somebody may want to correct me on the stream, Mexico won the men's singles, doubles, and women's singles and doubles, and comprehensively won the team event.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you so much. But this year, it's going to be very different. We have Rhonda Racich playing Paola Longoria in women's singles, and Charlie Pratt playing Alejandro Landa in men's singles. And so the singles events are USA versus Mexico. This semifinal then becomes very important to determine whether the U.S. can gain an advantage in the team event moving into tomorrow, or whether Mexico will. We should also mention that both U.S. and Mexico are still in the men's doubles events. Terrific shooting. Longoria is still up, but there's Samantha Salas. She loves that forehand pinch, and she put that one down. Samantha, very emotional player at times. They've taken a 2-point lead, 9-7, so that timeout does seem to have worked in their favor.
I just love the power coming from Samantha Salas. 10-7. Little team meeting in the back of the court for Team USA.
But again, this highlights the value of timeouts and using them effectively. It was 7-7 before Mexico took their timeout. And now it's 11-7. So 4 points for the Mexicans. And so the U.S. here, they've got timeouts available. They haven't taken one. We know the advantage it can give, just changing the momentum and maybe allowing a team or player to drop in intensity. So if I'm Coach Dave Ellis, I would be discussing that with my players right now. After this point, of course. Salas, skip ball. Second server. I mentioned that doubles can be a game of runs, a match of runs, and that's because both servers have an opportunity to serve. Oh, terrific serve, Longoria. And a beautiful wide angle pass. So effective in doubles because often the doubles partners will stand side to side and a wide angle gets behind them.
Looks like Team USA is going to go ahead and use another timeout, see what they can find their new way when they come back after this break. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. We're back in the women's doubles semifinal. Paola Longoria serving after Team USA taking that timeout.
A serve from Longoria. She's starting to put down the pedal. She wants to finish this game quickly. 13-7. It was 7-7, so Mexico really going on a run here. Terrific serve again. There's that ceiling ball, but it's coming off the back wall. And Racquetball puts it down on the left side. Rhonda Racquetball says she was screened. I think it's a fair. That's quite funny. The official says, well, I didn't see it. And that's what Rhonda says. I didn't either. So we've got an appeal. Oh, no appeal.
Interesting.
Oh, nice hands. Cheryl Lotz on the right side. 8-13. Rhonda hitting a jam serve so that it goes into the middle. I like this strategy. Oh, Cheryl Lotz was there. Not able to do anything with it though. 13 serving 8. 2 points away from this first game. Reminder, we have more action coming up, so we hope you stay with us. Great diving get from Salas. It stays in bounds. Racquetball, I think, put it in the 4. She looks to the official, but really that was just a mistake. Oh no, the official says she got it. You can see the expressions from the Mexicans. One agrees, one disagrees. Half out. I'm not sure she got that ball. You can make up your decision in your own minds wherever you're watching. That's what makes it great, because there's always something to talk about in racquetball. Cheryl Lotz puts that one down. U.S. save 2 servers. They're at 8-13. No points gained from Mexico. Let's see if the United States team of Racquetball and Lotz can get back in this. Sticking with the same serve. Salas. Crunch pinch winner from Salas. She does love that shot. I'd like Rhonda to push up when she lines up on that to cover that. Force her to hit something different. And there's a situation where Cheryl Lotz got tangled in front of Rhonda. As a consequence, ball hits Lotz side out. Still 2 points away from game 1 are Mexico.
Game point, 14-8.
Longoria. Off the back wall. Oh, she did very well. That was tricky. Controlled it. Cross court. That's first game for Mexico, 15-8.
We'll be back in just a few moments with more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championships, so don't go anywhere. We're in San Jose, Costa Rica. We're back at the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. This is game 2 of our women's doubles semifinal, determining who will move on to the finals tomorrow.
Oh, behind the back. What a get from Racich.
Love
but
those.
Not that time.
Oh.
Longoria sends some applause the way of Salas. It was a good shot. Terrific athleticism from Racich. But the Mexicans start game 2 with a point. They won the first 15-8. At one point, it was all tied. But the Mexicans seem to have settled down a little bit. Lots a little frustrated with herself, giving Salas a setup like that. Need to keep the Mexican pair in the backcourt. 2-0. 3-0. Kicks out. Ace serve. Good cover by Longoria for her partner. And she saw that one coming. What a terrific pass. You can see the shot selection is tremendous from the left-sided world number 1. Anticipated Lott's pinch, ran up, and then put it down the right side. Samantha Salas crushes it cross court. Suddenly, the Mexicans look like they're racing it away. They did in game 1. The U.S. clawed their way back in it. Let's see if there's some discussion going on with the the American pair. 5-0.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but like you said, Tim, this looks a lot like game 1.
Well, straight
Mexico
in, says head coach Dave Ellis, but the American pair aren't going to appeal that. 5-0. It's a great serve again from Salas, skimming the back wall. And Longoria, beautiful forehand pinch winner, cross her body. It's called a reverse pinch. Can't do it any better. Oh my goodness, they're on fire, our Mexico. Both sides of this Mexican team are ripping it at the moment. 7-0, still no timeout from the United States. Interesting situation there, Laura. We saw a switch. Racich taking that on the forehand. The ball kicked out a little bit. She was able to get a much better attacking shot. Second server. 2 bounces. Side out USA. They need some momentum here.
Well, they have a bit of a deficit. They did dig their way out in a similar situation in game 1. Out of ceiling balls.
That's a great pickup, really, considering the situation. But Longoria, backhand pinch winner again. Second server. There's a point for the United States. Let's see if they can get on a roll here. 1-7.
Skip for Rhonda.
So last time Rhonda Racich took the serve, let's see if she does it again. You can see Rhonda standing a little bit further in front of her partner. Look at how they face the sidewall slightly. Great get, Ronda Rasic, but not the second time. Salas playing extremely well. She lost to Rasic in a tiebreaker this morning when leading in game 2. Maybe she's trying to make a point here. She was frustrated by that outcome afterwards, and not surprising considering she had the match almost finished. Well, this will be interesting. U.S. thought it was good. Mexico thought it skipped.
Well, Team Mexico saying to appeal.
The official says it skips, and they're going to appeal. One agrees and one disagrees. And that highlights how difficult it is to officiate racquetball. You have 4 players flying around the court, one ball. It's so difficult to see whether something like that skipped or was good. In that situation, everybody has a different opinion. You know, players have to regroup. They just have to accept the call and move on. A rare skip from Salas. Longoria tells her partner to go to the ceiling next time.
Nice pickup from Salas. A lot of ceiling balls this rally. Oh.
You saw the expression on Salas's face. Fist pump from her. I said she was an emotional player, and she seems to play her best when her arousal levels are a little higher. 2 serving 8. Straight down the middle. Salas went to the ceiling. Lotz pinched it. Wasn't a great pinch, but Longoria, again, a skip from her on the left side. Terrific serve, Rasic. Give Lotz the opportunity, goes cross court. Rasic, reverse pinch, that was difficult. She did very well. Salas almost got it, just not quite. 4 serving 8, starting to get back in this match just like game 1. Vamos Mexico, we hear from the crowd. There's support for both teams here, and it's exciting. We're surrounded by people. There's no room to move. We hope you appreciate the view and experience you have wherever you're watching it. And thank you for those of you who shared on our feed. Skip from Rasic. U.S. need to keep it clean. They did in game 1, and when they did, they started to gain some momentum. 9 serving 4. Ace serve, wow. Samantha Salas. 5 points away from this match. They're cruising right now, Mexico. Still no timeouts from the Americans. They have 2 available. Salas.
Looks like Team USA calling a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well, but don't go anywhere because we'll be back to see if Mexico can close out game 2 or if USA can answer back. This is the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. Welcome back to game 2. Mexico leading 10-4 after USA calling that timeout. Let's see what happens off this serve.
Good pickup from Longoria off the back wall. Oh, Ronda Rasic. Beautiful shot from her. So good timeout from the Americans. I wonder whether they left it a little too late. However, we're at 11-4. We should have a replay here. And no argument from the Americans. There was a little chat, Laura, during the timeout when players came on between Racich and Longoria. I'd be curious to know what they were discussing. They've played each other so many times over the years. Excellent shot selection from Salas. Went wide angle. Just missed the racket of Lotz. We're 13-4, 2 points away from this match. Diving shot from Samantha Salas. Longoria covers, but Cheryl Lotz goes straight down the line. What a rally between these two competitive teams.
Side out for Team USA. Coming up after this, we do have another women's doubles semifinal featuring Team Ecuador and Team Guatemala.
And that's one of those matches where you can't call it. There's no favorite there. Both teams very good. Martinez sisters from Guatemala. They won the 18s Junior World Championships just in November versus the more experienced pair of Veronica Sotomayor and Maria Paz Munoz.
Wow.
Longoria puts it down after a long rally. No points for the Americans. 4-13. And Longoria, beautiful technique. Pinch winner, side out. Again, 2 points away from going to another final. This is so important for the team event, not only for women, but also the combined. 13-4. It looked like a good shot. Longoria had her hand up. I'm not sure what's going on here. Replay, I believe, is the call. No argument from the U.S. team. I think the Mexican pair were hindered with an opportunity to retrieve that ball.
Skip from Longoria.
Match point number 1 for Mexico. They won the first 15-8. They're up 14-4. Let's see if they can close it out here. Off the back wall. Beautiful shot from Racich. She missed the first one, got that one. U.S. need to focus on just 1 point at a time. A quick conversation between the two. Not so quick, Laura. The score's been called. The official here needs to get them moving.
Yeah, she needs to get that serve off.
Diving effort from Lotz. You appreciate the effort she gave in that situation. You saw Laura, she tried something different, drove serve cross court to Longoria. Didn't quite get the outcome she wanted. Oh, terrific Longoria. She's so smooth. Plays the high percentage. Really intelligent player. Combine that with fitness and skill, and you've got somebody who's a 3-time world champion.
Match point, second match point for Team Mexico.
And there it is. Mexico crowd cheer. Mexico advanced to the final. We'll await the winner between Guatemala and Ecuador to see who they will face. They advanced 15-8, 15-4, courtesy of a victory against the United States. U.S. went down early in game one. They fought back for parity, but eventually the Mexican pair were able to overcome the efforts of the American team. We're going to take a quick timeout as we regroup and get ready for this next women's doubles. Also a reminder of a couple things. One, please do like our page, International Racquetball Federation on Facebook. If you also follow it, you'll get notification when we do go live for events like this. And also check out our website, internationalracquetball.com. Go to events and live events, and you'll see the draws and current scores, courtesy of our tablets, which are wired up to the internet. So you can see live scores just like we do. For now, though, on behalf of Laura McCormick and myself, want to thank you all for joining us, and we'll be back shortly after these commercial breaks.